All right, so today I'm just doing some cooking in my kitchen, and I wanted to talk about food, diet, and I wanted to talk about being vegan versus being eating meat, like keto, paleo, carnivore, uh, Mediterranean, whatever that includes meat. Okay, I'm not talking the standard American diet here, right? I'm not talking. I'm talking people who are conscious meat eaters who eat grass-fed, pastured, organic animal products, who are looking for the best for their health, not for people who are eating meat that comes from the grocery store and it's factory farmed. That's not what I'm talking about here. So I'm talking about vegetables and I'm talking about fruit. So I just want to talk about the dichotomy of it. So I don't know, I have these bags of apples that my family and I picked from a local apple farm, and I'm making soups and stews and prepping things. I just made a bunch. I can't have nightshades, but I just got tons of tomatoes from our garden and made fresh tomato sauce for my family and my kids. And now I'm on to making cauliflower soup. But what am I using with all of these things? Like, oh yeah, I have my juice here, my juice that I drink every morning. But here I also have my chicken broth, my bone broth, right, in this mug. So I'm making, I'm using fresh beets and carrots and cauliflower and broccoli and all these vegetables and garlic but then I'm also using my homemade, this happens to be oxtail broth. I'm drinking chicken broth in this one. I'm making these soups with broths and meat. I'm adding bacon to the cauliflower soup. I'm adding lots of, I added pastured and grass-fed ground beef to my tomato sauce. So I just want to talk about this because, there's a couple people in my life who have chosen to be vegan. And I want to say, ethically, I agree with you. Ethically, if I could be a vegan, ethically, if I believed that we could get all our nutrients from everywhere else without harming animals, I would do that. I would be in for that. I think most people would be. I don't think a lot of people who are into meat necessarily are wanting to kill animals. That's, especially if they're looking for grass-fed and pastured, and they want the animals to have a good life, but they also want them to be the healthiest. Why do I say this? Is because I'm often looked at from these people who are vegans, and I understand it. I used to be vegan, I used to be raw vegan, so I have tried it, I've done that, I've been there. Never for ethical reasons, only for health reasons. But I just want to say, ethically, I support you. Ethically, I believe we shouldn't be killing, other beings. And ethically, if we could get everything else we needed elsewhere, then why would we kill animals if we didn't have to? I agree with your thought process. I agree with your methodology when you're thinking these things through. But the part that I don't think vegans are quite understanding is that you can't get everything. You can't get everything that your body needs from plants alone. I tried. I wanted to believe I could. You can't, okay? You need bioavailable, fat-soluble vitamins, and you need them in the form of animal products, and specifically like vitamin A, vitamin B12. There's lots of, collagen and glycine and amino acids and just things that you are missing when you don't have plants. Yes, you can find these vitamins and minerals in plants, but what are you really absorbing? What are you really getting into your body? And your body really has evolved to need these things, and I don't think that people who consume meat, like myself, should be made to feel guilty that we're ethically, killing these animals and we're doing a bad thing for society. Because there is another way to look at it too, right? Agriculture is also not very good for society. It is destroying ecosystems. We're monocropping, right? We're just taking down fields and fields and fields and fields to grow these vegetables, right? We're getting rid of the biodiversity and the ecosystems and all the weeds and everything that comes up and needs to grow. We're killing off habitats for animals, other animals. We're killing off bugs. We're spraying these things. These toxic chemicals are getting into the groundwater and the oceans and the food. So it's not necessarily, right? And I know people will argue, well, growing all this corn is going to actually feed the animals, not to feed the humans. But there's so much waste in agriculture. There is so much waste in agriculture, and it's partly that is also ruining planet Earth, right? And there's also a lot to feel bad about. Technically you can't really be strict vegan anyway, because the nature of just human and life on Earth is that everything dies and rejuvenates, and everything needs everything in order to grow. It's all a circle of life. Animals eat other animals, eat smaller animals, eat bugs, eat everything. And this is how the human world was evolved to thrive, right? It's a circle of life. Everything eats something. There's a food chain, and the food chain is a real thing. So us humans are part of it. We're animals. We're part of the food chain. Even to grow our plants, we need the cow manure. We need all the dead and decaying and rotting animals and carcasses and bones and eggs and shells and we need all of that in the soil. So while I commend vegans, and while I definitely never put them down, because they are taking a stand and they are trying to do their best ethically to save planet Earth, and they really believe a lot of things they say, and a lot of things they say have validity. But also, please don't get so caught up in the vegan tribe, in the vegan movement, in the vegan culture, that you're not seeing reality, in the sense that the ecosystems, we need animals, there is a food chain, we all eat other things. Agriculture is not doing a great thing for the planet Earth either, and all these monocrops and GMOs and sprays. And listen, I love vegetables. I probably eat more vegetables than most vegans. Truly. My kitchen is stocked full of fruit and vegetables. 80% of my meals are fruit and vegetables, but they're supplemented with grass-fed and pastured broths and nose-to-tail eating of the animal, liver and kidneys and heart and the beef and the meat, and using the bones and eating the collagen and making the broths and the stocks and the soups. And the human body needs this. And health-wise, I think it's a mistake for vegans. I think health-wise it's a mistake for vegans to be vegans. It's a detoxing diet, right? It's a cleansing diet. It's a diet full of many great things and medicinal qualities and properties, but you're not actually building with the amino acids and building the strong bones and the muscles and the tissues and everything that you need in your body. So I do think that you need a balance of both, but I definitely don't say that vegans are bad people, and I definitely don't say carnivores are bad people. And as long as I believe that you are trying to do good for your health and trying to do good for the planet, meaning we're buying organic fruits and vegetables, we're trying to buy local, we're not using the sprays, we're trying to get all the vibrant colors and wonderful phytonutrients and vitamins and minerals from the vegetables into our diet. But then on the other hand, we're using the meats and the fish, and we're getting deep caught sea, sustainable fishing animals that are, there's lots of them in the ocean, not the ones that there's not many, the ones that aren't at the top of the food chain either, the ones that are more at the bottom of the food chain. We're trying to, I think that ethics is one thing. I think it's great, but we also have to be conscious of our health. Like, we need animal products in our diet, I believe, to thrive. Our bodies and brains need them as much as we need vegetables, fruits and vegetables, plants. So, I've been a raw vegan, and I've also been a carnivore, and I've more than not come back to the middle, sort of a paleo sometimes keto, Mediterranean type diets, you know, where they're including the best of the animal products and the best of the fruits and vegetables that are the lowest toxicity, that are the lowest inflammatory, and basically that are local, in season, and trying to get everything that you need for your body for health. When you do that, you're also being ethical. Vegans would argue, no, you're not, if any animals die. But, I mean, animals die even for the vegans to eat all the vegetables. So, you know, it's a tough one. It's a real tough one. And I just don't think, personally, that people who eat the meat have anything to be sorry for. It's natural. It's part of life. And it's necessary for your human health. So while I respect vegans for taking a stand, for being ethical, for trying to solve the world's problems, I don't think it's fair to judge people eating meat. And I also think that the people who are eating meat shouldn't judge the vegans so harshly, you know, for how hard they are on us. It's a back and forth that has to stop, right? It has to stop. And anyways, I just have come to the conclusion that we need both animals and plants. There are some plants that are very inflammatory. There's some plants that, you know, are poisonous. There are some plants that have plant poisons and plant toxins and plant lectins and plant this and that and the other. But the human body is designed to eat these, and we need these. And the human body is also designed to eat animal products. Yes, animal products can be inflammatory, and animal products can raise our cholesterol, and animal products can do this and that, but there's a benefit to them. We need them. We need both in order to have good working minds, have good working bodies. Our organs, our detox systems need the vegetables. You know, when we're growing our muscles and when we are trying to heal diseases and nerves and everything like that, we need animal fats and proteins. And we shouldn't be ashamed to need both. Ethically, I understand, because we have a brain and we're conscious beings. We want the best for the world. And it is disheartening to have to kill an animal, period. It's disheartening, definitely, to any human being with a heart. But, you know, it's a necessary part of life. And just like the animals in the wild who eat other animals don't feel guilty about this, nor should we have to. So I just want to say that, you know, the paleo, keto, Mediterranean lifestyle is probably the best. I wouldn't veer too far out, even though I have done both carnivore and raw vegan. You know, they can be very healing diets in their own right for diseases and for things that you need. But for living a lifestyle, you want good, clean, organic plants and animals to nourish and detox and give your body all the vibrancy that it needs. So anyways, I hope this video helped. I feel like I was kind of like just doing a little rant. But, you know, it's hard. I want the best for vegans and I want the best for people who eat meat. And I really feel sorry for the vegans in a way, because they're doing the right thing, and plants, you know, and all the fruits and vegetables are so nourishing. They're so amazing. They're so great for the human body. But I think their ethics is getting in the way of their health. And I do believe that's a problem. But I also sincerely, like, it breaks my heart. I sincerely want the best for the vegans. I don't want their health to fall apart. I want their health to thrive. And if a vegan diet is doing that, then that's great. But at some point, if they feel like it's not, I want it to be okay for them to eat the meat. I want it to be okay for them to eat the meat. And same with the people who are now following this carnivore craze. You know, that's great, and you're getting the nutrients that you need, but you're not getting everything, and you do need plants. You're not getting all those, you know, wonderful minerals and vitamins. It's not all in the animals. We are designed to eat plants, and I don't want you to have to feel guilty like, oh my God, it's going to be the end of the world if I eat some vegetables with this meat. It's definitely not. Okay, and the people who are doing keto, oh my God, I had a carb, like I had too many vegetables on my plate. it's psychologically, it's damaging you to have to feel guilt, you know, in this tribe, in this community of food that you belong to. It's so damaging to feel the guilt, like, oh my God, I had too many carbs if you're keto, or oh my God, I ate, you know, a plant if you're carnivore, or oh my God, I ate an animal if you're vegan, oh my God, I ate a cooked food if I'm raw vegan. So it's just like, I want you to be comfortable in believing what you believe in, and I want you to be happy doing it. Feel vibrant doing it. Feel healthy doing it. Feel like it's right and it's resonating in your heart doing it. But if your health fails, or if something happens and you eat something that is not accepted by your tribe, please go easy on yourself. Please forgive yourself, and please know that we are truly meant to eat both plants and animals, and it's okay. You're going to be okay. Your body knows how to handle these foods, and your body's designed to handle both of these foods. And as long as we are keeping our toxic load down in both the plant and the animal kingdom in the world, your health will be well. And as long as you're getting a good balance and you're doing the rest of the things like sleeping and, you know, keeping your stress down and doing all the other things that we need to do, then you're going to be okay. It's when you get so extreme, the stress of it is hard to maintain, and the guilt is so hard on your heart. Sometimes the guilt can be worse than anything. So I just want to say, if this is you, if this resonates with you in any way, give yourself a break. You're human, and humans are designed to eat both animals and plants. If you've eaten an animal or if you've eaten a plant and you feel like you shouldn't, it's okay. Forgive yourself. You are meant to eat both. Your body's designed to eat both. Don't be hard on yourself. You're only following your human instincts. And, you know, guilt is the worst thing for your health. And it's not great all around for, you know, society as a whole either. So we do have to find a way that this can work in the balance that nature intended. And anyways, I'm going to end this video, but I just want to say you're important. I love you. Doesn't matter what diet you eat, you're going to be okay. Just do your best to heal.